everyone. And no, wait, something's not right. Something's fucky. There you go.
Did the internet
Of
make it fucky?
course. The internet made it fucky, and everyone saw my Twitter page for a second.
uh,
It was only notifications, so whatever you sent to me, Manny, is still completely secret. Hi everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Oh, Steven's camera just decided to go. Uh, welcome to our penultimate episode of Keep on the Shadowfell. I tonight am playing Vashard, the human ranger, half elf ranger. I'm a half elf. I'm definitely a half elf. God, I can't believe I forgot who my character was. Oh boy,
wow.
it's
Wow.
been it's been a while, guys. Um, and with me, I have a cast of super fun people, very interesting friends. I would like you to meet them and their characters, and we'll start with Quentin.
Yeah, I'm at Thragon on the Twitter space and stuff. But anyway, today I'll be playing Jeb Blackfist, the guy who didn't die to a dragon like 2-3 episodes ago. And yeah, there's some spooky stuff going on. We're killing kobolds for like an evil lord in a city who's probably evil, but might not be evil. So it's hard to say, but we get rewards out of it, so that's cool. Wait, speaking of treasure, did we get treasure last time?
Yeah, I've got it all written down, but
Oh,
we
great.
still have like the whole like technically it belongs to the people of the village.
Oh,
Technically.
you mean pesky morality.
That doesn't exist in Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of treasures and shoving it in the bag, Manny, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Manny, aka Bag of Snails, and I play Sprig, the gnome scout rogue that sees treasure everywhere, even in the trash. And speaking of things that are treasures, this channel is brought to you by Mage Hand Press.
I forgot.
Currently, their big selling dark matter setting for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is available on their store, and they recently just released a new book called Taverns and
Tankards.
thank you,
That's what I was gonna
Taverns
say.
and Tinkards, and you can find both of those in the Mage Hand Press store. If you use the code Wandering DM, you can get 15% off.
Thank you for shilling.
Yeah, it's what I do.
And we are down one player tonight, actually. Matthew isn't with us tonight. We'll be back next week. So, without further ado, let us give the mic back to our dungeon master. Steven, how are you? And take us away.
Hey everybody, I'm doing okay. Just playing some Dungeons and Dragons. So that's exciting.
Is it bad that every time I hear you say "Hey everybody," I expect you to say "Bye everybody" right afterwards?
That's
Hello, everybody.
that's branding right there.
Yeah.
You can't buy that.
So yeah, I'm super excited. We're getting pretty close to the actual Keep on the Shadowfell, and there are some things, some puppet strings going on behind the scenes that I'm excited to get to. So last time on Keep on the Shadowfell, you all went and kind of discovered slash explored slash invaded a kobold lair.
No. They started it, all right.
Oh, okay.
They and those pesky mosquitoes.
Yeah.
That's right. I obliterated one. That's all I remember.
And I
There-
got
let's see.
obliterated.
There were dragon shields. There was a waterfall. We yelled about it being a trap, as you
It was
do.
a trap.
It was because it was a trap. There was some kind of ritual happening that we stopped.
Oh yeah, nobody went inside. And, okay, cool.
And we that's disconcerting. Let's see. There was the ritual thingy that we stopped.
Guys,
And
I think I'm gonna go step aside that blue circle.
right, I got a real good feeling about it. And let's see. The dog almost died. Vashard almost died. Let's see. Sprig was hurt pretty bad. And then, actually, no, Sprig didn't get touched at all. Who else was hurt really bad? Probably Venom. And then, yeah, we managed to pull it out at the last minute.
I think it was just Simon and the doggo.
Yeah, we got beaten pretty badly.
You suffered like 3 critical hits.
It was that. It was that chieftain. It's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, we learned that Quentin is not allowed to call out rolls anymore.
That's right.
Very true. Very.
I believe the phrase is, "What are the chances?"
Yeah, it's completely illegal to do it now.
Every time Quentin does it, we all get 10 inspiration points.
Wow.
And Quentin gets -10. That's what you said last time, Steve.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that.
That sounds like a totally you thing to say.
Cool. So I guess we'll pick back up then. I think as we fade in, we hear the sound of the waterfall beating on the marshy plain outside, and we kind of fade in to the group of you catching your breath, wiping your wounds away. I think Sprig had just found a giant treasure up in the corner, and I think you all were like going through it.
We had put it into a chest.
Oh yeah,
and then Venom had identified the heavy armor as mithril. Mithril.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Also, you were able to find a small note written that was on the chieftain's body. It seems to have been perhaps written by a cultist. Who reads it?
I'll go and read it.
Not
Cool.
Sprig.
Yeah,
Trash.
it says, I'm sending adventurers your way. They must be kept away from the keep. They cannot be allowed to spoil my plans. Kill them when they approach. It is signed only with K.
What's the name of the lord of the town again?
Pedrick.
Okay.
What's his last name?
Pedrick.
Wait a second. There's a K person in my notes. Carrick Stone. Beard. That was the potato farmer.
Oh yeah, right. The potato farmer is behind it all.
Yes. The Calamverites start with a K. Martin's friends with Valthern is the sage, so he's not the one trying us. Yeah, no, I don't know any other Ks.
Signed
Hey.
K.
Signed K. All right. Well, I'll have to get to the bottom of this K. The
My
Graveyard
bad.
Kids Investigations Services are on the.
What's Martin's last name? I think he's the evil mastermind behind all this.
Ulan, but it's my bad. It's not a K. You turn it sideways, and it's a Z.
Is it? What? Really?
Yeah, really. It's a Z. It's not a K.
Okay,
Signed.
wait. So let's go back into our notes.
Okay. All right. Let's try this one more time. Now, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Arvik Zaltos.
Wait. But if we turn the Z this way, it's an N.
King
No, it turns
Azul.
back into a K. That's how
It
it
looks like
works.
some extra like ink was dripped on it.
Mhm.
It was hard to make out until you turned it sideways.
Who is this Zaltos person?
Arvik Zaltos was a Thayan that had a plan. That's my note.
Oh, was he the Thayan?
He's really got a player. He's got a big player.
I love my note taking.
Somebody would even say maybe he's the man with the plan.
Okay, hang on. Arvik Saltos is a Than, but he was part of the Abraxas conspiracy. The demon, as my notes are correct, he was part of the he was like the guy that helped summon
Yes.
demon Abraxas to try and kill
Abraxas and
Cormorant.
Bashard's mansion.
And yes, and our belief is that he himself is a Galbrazu, or that our Abraxas was summoned as a Galbrazu, so we don't actually know who Zalthius is, but that, yes.
So now we know.
The rest of the story.
He's still, so now we know that he's alive, and that he is somehow involved in this. Can you spell Zalthius for me real fast?
Yep. Notes.
Kal.
It says Z. You have to turn it on its side.
It's Zaltos.
Zaltos.
That's what I had. Arvik Zaltos.
Yep, that's how I spelled it. I spelled Arvik Arvik.
Ah, that's where the K came from.
I spelled
That's
it
some really
Lord
nice graphic design.
Padrig.
In
Why is nobody
league
like
with
that guy?
Martin.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So no. Perfect. All right. Okay. Good to know. All right.
Well, wait. P is which letter in the alphabet?
Oh God.
Because I think if you add P and M together for Pedrick and Martin, it makes a Z.
Wait. What?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because Z is like the 26th letter.
A B C D E F G H I J K. K is the 11th letter.
Mhm.
Okay, so then A B C D E F G
M is like the 13th.
I J K L M N O P 21.
It fits.
That would be 30. That would be
Yeah.
like
Don't,
And what's the
don't question-
30th letter?
Don't question it, Sprig.
Z.
30th letter is K.
this is, you've just broken my actual brain. Okay. Like Sprig can't even count that high. All right.
Awesome.
So what do we do now?
Well, it's
Well. Oh, I was just gonna say we head back to town and grab our reward.
Well, I mean, but there was that circle of magic. I'm sure Venom would like to take a look at that because, I mean, right, Venom?
Venom says, "Oh, they got me with a poisoned arrow."
They didn't have any arrows, Venom. I don't know why you're playing this weird game with us right now.
He
I
seems to
think
have
he
passed
meant-
out.
A poison sling.
They hit him with a poisoned rock. It's just a rock that's painted green. Well, I'm sure he'll magically teleport behind us, and I'm just gonna start tracking the chest.
What game are we playing?
I don't know.
It's okay.
Don't-
It,
I-
are we switching to Acquisition Incorporated next game?
I feel like it would be appropriate at this point. I feel like we're just the kind of fuck ups that Omidron needs in his corporation. No, but like, Sprig will check out the circle because Venom should be the one to do it, but Venom's not feeling super good because they got hit by a green rock.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, it was a big green rock. It was like at least that big.
yeah. So, I mean, You know how it is. You get hit by a green rock, you pass out.
Yeah, lay down for a few minutes. Yeah.
I will stand back and watch Sprig look at the circle.
So
All right.
Sprig would like to make an Arcana check.
Definitely. Well, how does Sprig go about like investigating? Like, what do we see as viewers?
Okay, so Sprig is like, first off, it takes Sprig like a couple of minutes to get there because you're watching as they're pushing and pulling the chest with Reginald's help, which is way too heavy for them, and it's just leaving a huge divot in the ground where it goes. And then they get up to the edge and just kind of see Sprig put their hands on their hips and like, well, here's your problem right here. Is just gonna start pointing at it and saying words that don't make sense.
Okay.
And hope that they figure something out as they're pointing. I rolled natural 20. I have a -1.
That's funny. You can tell it's a magic circle. And
Sprig, I don't think you should. Ah!
yeah, you can tell it has something to do with in energy, abjuration, or perhaps necromancy.
Okay, so this here is clearly a circle to ward against undead.
Do you want to walk into the middle of the circle?
I'm gonna throw a copper piece into it.
Okay. We see the copper piece spin end over end and hit the dead kobold in the middle. It lands on the kobold's chest and quits spinning.
Okay, I'm gonna need that back, and I'm gonna go into the circle.
As
I
you
like reach out a hand and I just.
as you walk into the circle, you can see in between the stones this blue like magic aura begins to appear, and suddenly you feel like bubbly almost with energy, and you can spend a hit die if you'd like to recover HP.
Okay, yeah. I don't need to, unfortunately. I'm like, guys, it's like fun. Come check this out.
Are you sure you're okay, Sprig?
Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of unquantifiable way that I could regain vitality through this.
And then the longer you stay there, for some reason, it becomes more and more like Jumanji. Like you start hearing like drums in your head, and you kind of like, will you make a wisdom save for me?
Sure. Yeah, I'm great at wisdom saving throws. I'm the best. Better than a cleric. 8.
Yeah, so you feel like you got to start dancing.
Yeah.
Drums that you hear.
Sprig just starts doing the running man. Just, you guys need to get in this. We should make a dance circle. The beat is great.
Sprig, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not stepping one foot inside that circle.
I mean, you should totally check this out, especially if you're wounded. Like, this would totally heal you. And honestly, I think as a morale boost, we could use a dance in a good tune.
Sprig, can you leave that circle?
Of course I can leave the circle, but why would I want to?
Because we have to see the Henry's body.
Oh, well, right. That. Death and mood kill. Okay, I'll get out of the circle.
Yeah.
Well,
Does Sprig look okay?
As soon as Sprig leaves, the blue magical aura between the stones like draws back down. You can't see it anymore, and Sprig, the earworm leaves your head.
Is there like a copy of Sprig like left in the circle, and he has like a mustache now? He's like, aha!
That'd be cool, but no.
uh,
It's got a monocle too.
Mm-hmm.
yep, it's Nega Sprig. No, it's just. No, but really, I felt like that was some kind of healing magic, maybe. Not sure what the drumming was all about. Maybe it's just some kooky wizard got bored whenever he cut himself.
There was no drumming.
Okay, well, I heard drumming.
I'm sure you hear lots of drumming, little Sprig.
Go step in the circle, Jeb.
Nope.
Oh, so you're scared.
Yep.
That's fair, actually. All right, well,
Magic circles and runes, not my forte.
all right. I suppose we should, on the way as we're walking, we should figure out what we're gonna do with all this money, because, technically, it doesn't belong to us.
Well, I imagine we could give it back to the town.
I mean, we could. Or we could pretend we never found it and bury it outside.
But aren't we also receiving a monetary reward for what we've done?
I mean, nobody told
And
me
a
anything.
house. Oh yeah, we're
getting
getting
a
a house.
Yeah, Sprig, weren't you there during the meet? Oh, no, I guess you
he
weren't
was
there.
asleep.
Yeah, you most definitely were. Yeah, we're also getting a house in town.
No longer will you have to sleep in a rain barrel.
A house in this town?
A house
Yeah.
in this town.
But I have to go back to Suzale because I owe him a lot of money. Remember the whole thing where I've got a limited time to get back and pay my debt or I go to jail?
Well, mayhaps you just pick a new name and we say you died.
But I don't want to die.
No, we just say that you did. You don't actually die.
How much money do you need to cover your debt?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 1,000 gold pieces, but I have no idea how much I've paid off.
How many times have you counted to 15?
16. Thank you. I don't know. I've counted to 16 more times than I can count.
So at least 17.
I have no idea how many that is.
Sprig, how about you just pick a new name and we'll send word back to Suzale that we'll just send a letter.
No,
You can't
look,
just send a letter telling people that somebody's died and expect them to believe you.
No, you 100% can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a thing that happens.
okay, look. We're gonna give back that gold to the people. We're gonna get paid. We're gonna get a house. Worst case scenario, we sell the house and we use that part of the money to cover your debt.
Okay. New plan. We give the gold back to the people, but nothing else.
What else did we find?
Well, there's a buttload of copper, a butt-ton of silver, a truckload of gold, and not a little bit of platinum. Out of game, it's like there's 1,000 and something copper, 3,000 silver, 2,000 something gold, and like 990 platinum.
So how about we give them the copper and the silver, keep 1,000 gold with you to pay for your debt, and we'll give the rest out.
All right. Fine.
Also, that means you won't have to carry a buttload, a truck ton, and whatever it is you said in that chest as we adventure along.
There's no way in heck we can carry all that.
My current total weight is 219 pounds, and I am so over carrying capacity. So yeah, okay, fine. We'll do that. I guess before we go any further, here's Sprig is gonna divvy up the platinum. So there's 4 of us. So everybody gets except you guys will get 20 platinum, and Sprig will be left with 30 left over.
How much platinum was there?
90.
So we all get 20 and you get 30?
Well, no, that's just a slush fund.
Why don't we get 22 each?
Because that's actual math, Simon. Okay, 22 each.
And then Sprig can keep the 2 extra.
Okay, 20. Look, I've given out my own personal gold when we've divvied up before. You know, what's the extra 100 gold pieces between friends?
Jeez, I wonder if it's more than everything I own at the moment.
Look, your nobility. The fact that you're broke nobility is my fault.
He has a haunted mansion back in Cizale, all right?
I'm accumulating property. I got the mansion in Suzail, I got the house in Winterhaven. We're soon going to have a keep on the Shadowfell.
Hey.
No, soon we're gonna have to keep on the Shadowfell. There's a difference.
We're probably going to die and become servants of the Shadowfell, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to town we go. I'm assuming Jeb is probably carrying the sick Venom at this point, and Vash is probably helping me carry the chest.
Yeah, sure.
I imagine you're carrying it in both hands, and I'm just kind of like underneath it trying to push up.
Sprig's sitting on top of it.
Yeah, I have a decent strength score.
So yeah, I think what we see is Fashard's heavy mud-laden boot sloshing close to camera, and we hear the jingle of the trunk of coins, and we see you walking out of the marsh. We crossfade to you outside the town, and there seems to be like wailing and lamenting going on inside, and you can hear almost like the dirge of drums from inside the tower, the palisade walls.
What is going on again?
You know, you leave town, stuff happens. Someone not very energetically pulls the ice lid open and says, "Oh, you're late." And closes it begrudgingly. We hear the creak and the yawn of the door as it opens, and there seems to be a funeral procession going. You can see at the inside of the gate post seems to be scratched up and bloody, and there seems to be people carrying coffins on their on their shoulders as kind of towards the cemetery and the back.
Who died?
Oh, well. Vassandra died, the other guard woman that was here, and old man Irie, the farmer, he passed away last night while you were gone, and he didn't stay dead. He attacked us, and Vassandra saved me, but I couldn't pull my sword in time to stab the old man. He chewed off her neck in front of me.
So when you say he didn't stay dead, like how much flesh we talking? Like a lot of flesh, a little flesh? Like was he mostly bones? Like were the bones on the inside or the outside?
His eyes were hollow, gray, like...
Yeah, but about the bones though.
I didn't see his bones. He looked like a person, but cold and gray and dead.
Did Vassandra come back from the dead?
No, she's up there. And he points at like the coffin that the people are carrying off to the east over here. The west. Yeah, west.
Where did the old man live?
He lived just outside of town in one of the farms. He was a refugee. He's been staying at the inn.
Good to know. I flick him a gold piece. This is for you.
Oh,
Call it a redistribution of wealth.
thank you.
Okay, did I use that word right?
Yes, you
Sure.
Oh, thank God. Never thought I would ever have to use the word for giving somebody stolen money.
So the old man died, and then he immediately came back to life, or
Well, I don't really know. I heard there was some commotion at the end. At the end, his family was with him when he passed. They said he had worked for too many years and roughened his hands too much. It seemed like a sad passing. I felt bad for the family, and before I knew it, we're out here on guard duty, and the door flies open. I hear the crashing and breaking of bottles and people screaming in the inn, and there he is, this terrible body crawling out the door. He came right for us.
Where's his family staying?
I assume at the end too, though. They'll probably have a hard time sleeping there tonight, don't you think?
What are their names?
Oh, well, his wife is Amelia, I think. I did never catch the kids' names.
Do you think? I'll turn to the rest of the group and ask. Do you think the same thing's gonna happen to Henry?
I mean, that's going to depend on whether or not the old man's body was taken to the church, or if it turned inside the tavern, the inn.
Mr. Guardman, has everybody who's died recently in here turned undead?
No, not at all. And now that you mention the Kellamverites, I do remember one of them went to give the old farmer his last rites. I'm sure the Kellamverite would know more about this, especially with the whole undeadness of it all.
Right. So you never saw us. You never heard us. We were never here. I flip another gold piece.
What?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, never saw you.
And no talking to the church. It's just between us. I
Right?
didn't see anything. I'm just taking steps back with each
He just turns and grabs his spear again and starts guarding the gate.
Well, I reckon we go to the church then. Yeah.
So do we just leave a chest full of money in the middle of the street, or I mean,
Well, we can go to the inn. We might have questions for the wife, and then to the Kellamverites.
right, but the money though,
About that time, Martin comes back up to you and says, "Oh, you've returned. That's so splendid. It's been crazy since you left. Just one night you were gone. Valfrun said that he's found something for you whenever you're ready to make your way back up to the tower.
so many
That's a lot of
side-
gold you got there.
Yes. Hush. We had to redistribute it, okay? All right.
Did you find another heart?
Why would kobolds have a heart?
Kobolds? It's terrible. Terrible little creatures. Always meddling and tinkering." He shivers and he walks away, limping off back towards the inn.
I'm sorry, I forgot to prepare silence for him.
Okay. So do we just leave the chest in our inn room and call it a day and like head up to take care of the thing and then go do the other thing? Or do we just leave it here in the street for everybody?
I think if we wish to redistribute the wealth,
Well, I don't
it should
think we can trust the noble lord to do it.
No. We'd have to do it ourselves.
That would take a lot of time.
And we might not have a lot of time.
So we can probably hide the chest in our room in the meantime. People aren't going anywhere.
It's true.
I mean, you know, we get to hang on to the money a little bit longer. I mean, who knows? Maybe we find more money and then the village can have that. Who knows? I don't know. But yes, let's put it in the thing.
I just want to drop that chest ASAP. It's getting heavy.
Yes.
So-
Sprig says this as they're sitting on top of the chest, like kicking their feet. To the inn. We can question the family while we're there.
Yeah, I think we see the chest plop down in your room. Does Sprig try and hide it?
Oh yeah, Sprig's gonna make it look like a person sleeping, like in a makeshift bed on the floor.
Okay, can you make a stealth check for me?
Oh, can I? 14.
All right, I'll remember that for later. All right. So, everybody in the inn is kind of speaking with hushed tones. There aren't many inside. They kind of look at you all like, "Why aren't you going to the funeral?" You may even, as you pass like one or two in the halls, as they're preparing and going downstairs and going out to the funeral, you kind of hear them saying that under their breath.
You're asking us why we aren't going?
Yeah. Not really asking you, but just kind of like, "Oh, adventures again. No wonder they're not going to the funeral. They've got no stake in this."
Yeah.
Kinda true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, I don't know this old guy. I'm not even a landowner here yet.
Okay, so, but the family is at the funeral.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to be there for a while, so questioning them at a funeral would be bad. Even Sprig would know this. So then do we just...
Hey, how do you die?
How did he... Look, there's tactlessness, and then there's that. Sprig just knows just enough not to do that. Well, since it's going to be a while, should we just go see this Valthrun guy while we're waiting?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon so. You think Martin's going to be there?
Martin's drinking away his sorrows at the bar in the inn.
I try to like tiptoe past him so he doesn't see me.
Can you make a stealth check for me?
This might even be a disadvantage. Chainmail? Is that disadvantage?
Chainmail's at
Yeah.
disadvantage, yeah.
It is.
Oh, okay, here we go.
It clinks.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, so you start sneaking past Martin, and Sprig goes, "Hey, Martin, look who's here. It's Jeb. He's
Oh,
the new member."
hey. Well, hello, Jeffrey. And he like sticks his hand out to shake yours. He's got like beer foam all over his hand and pretzel crumbs.
Martin, I think I might be coming down with the cave plague. I wouldn't want to touch you. I should probably just leave immediately.
Yes. Well, try not to get anyone else sick, Jeffrey. That would be terrible.
Yeah, we were just going to go to the priests right now to go get it looked at.
Well, the priest might be a little. You mean of Tamora? Yes. Go visit her. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah. We'll go see her right away.
What,
Sorry, I don't want to breathe on you. I'll
What
just
is that?
go.
what does that mean, Martin?
Oh,
Lovely.
she's well, Tamora is the goddess of luck, so she's a lucky lady.
You trying to say she's a prostitute?
No, not at all.
You got a really weird grin on your face, and it's the same kind of grin that I see on guys that come out of the house of ill repute.
You mean the House of Fun repute?
Is that what it's called? I thought it. Okay, House of Fun repute back in Suzale.
Yep, always say that, Sprig.
Okay, so are you sleeping with the priestess of Timora for money?
No, that's no.
It's okay if you are. It's just it's a little weird that you bring it up when we have to go talk about cave plague. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty sure you don't solve cave plague with like sex.
You can see he blushes and turns red and just kind of sits back down on his stool and takes another swig of ale.
Maybe work on your grins, Betty. They kind of send the wrong message. I just pat him on the thigh and I will keep walking.
Cool. So yeah, as you exit back out, you can see that most of the people in town have congregated around the church and around the graveyard, and you can hear bells tolling, and yeah, there seems to be maybe only a few militiamen about guarding, and yeah, do you want to go to Balthrunes?
I think that's the plan.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go see another crazy wizard.
So yeah, just immediately we see a close up of his pipe with bubbles popping out of it, and we see him sitting behind his desk. He's writing a letter. It's got this huge plume, but it's like a parrot feather, maybe. It's like red and green and very audacious. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, I didn't think you'd be back so soon."
Martin said you had some more information.
Yes, I combed many of my tomes and scrolls last night, and I was able to find information that might be quite pertinent to what you were looking for.
I thought Martin said that he had the Dragonstone. Don't you have the Dragonstone?
Yes, I do. It's in safekeeping. And he leans forward, like down to you, and he says, "But if you want to hang on to it for me, I won't tell anybody."
That's probably smart. And then I just holds out a hand.
Okay.
He reaches in his pocket and he like pulls out a turtle and he hands you the turtle. It's like a little box turtle. And he says, "Keep it safe."
Intelligence saving throw, Sprig.
Second. 1 second. This is a turtle.
Oh yes. Where did I put that Dragonstone? And he like gets up and he's like patting his robes. He goes over to a hat stand in the corner and he pulls off his conical hat and he like looks in it. He puts it back on his pipe again. And he says, "Oh yes, I forgot. It's on the mantle. It's safe there. It's safe there. So tell me, why have you come to see me again?"
To get we're getting the Dragonstone from him, right, Vash? I thought that was...
Yeah, Martin said you had some developments for us.
Oh, yes. Last time that we met, you asked me to look into this keep and what it might have to do with the kobolds in the area. Right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I did find out quite a bit of information. If you're interested in sitting and digesting it with me for a while.
Is it going to be easy to digest?
Well, I have some elixirs for digestion if you need be.
Okay, real fast. Sidebar. Okay, one second. You stand over there, old crazy old man. Just over there. And mind you, Sprig has put the turtle on their head, so there's just like a turtle, box turtle, chilling out on their head. Vash, I thought the whole plan, the job, was to get the Dragonstone and return back to Suzail. Why are we investigating this keep? If he's got it on his mantle, we should just take it and go. Also, his dog is annoying.
Now, Fluffy. It's actually a cockatrice that he keeps in a bird cage.
That barks.
Yeah, that barks exactly. It's probably a polymorphed dog.
Sprig, I thought that the keep held another Dragonstone.
I thought there were only 3.
We only got 2 of them.
No, we. Right. The first one is back in the keep, the wizards, and then we have one right now, and that's the third one that we need.
That's the second one.
But I have one right now.
You have one, and the wizard has one.
Yeah. So with the one that's already collected, that's 3.
No, I think the one we've already collected is the one the wizard has.
I'm so confused. Wait. Okay. How many total Dragonstones are there?
3.
Okay, so the purple Dragon Knights have 1. I have 1 in my backpack. The wizard has 1 on his mantle right there. So why are we going to a keep on the Shadowfell?
Martin stole it from the Purple Dragon Knights and brought it to Winterfell.
Okay.
Brought it to Winterfell?
No.
Lord Starkipus! We need more men on the wall!
Don't put the cavalry in front. The castle is to protect your men, not the other way around.
No. That's further in the story. We got to start at season 1.
Don't go
Sorry.
to King's Landing.
I meant Winter Haven.
Yeah, so
Wildly
we only
obvious in
have...
its way.
We found one in the dig site.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the one that Volthrum has.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2.
Essentially. Okay.
And isn't there a third one?
Supposed, yes. The book that has been stolen from Martin had the location of the third one.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I just needed that all cleared up. That nap really took it out of me, and I just I'm way behind on the plot.
I get it. When I take naps, sometimes it's like decades go by.
Does this turtle have a name?
I call her Velma.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, it's my turtle now. So tell us what you know, old man.
Do you know how to tell the difference between a boy turtle and a girl turtle?
No, we meant about the keep.
Oh,
It's the back. It's the back legs. Boy turtles have hooks, so that way they can latch on to the girl turtles. So that way, when their penis comes out, it extends, and that way the girl turtle doesn't drift away.
All right, I have a question for Sprig.
Yes.
Now, Sprig,
Your knowledge of turtle reproduction is uncanny, Sprig.
Sprig, I have to know, did you work at a house of ill repute?
No, I was on the docks one day, and that's how I learned what sex was. A guy comes up and he grabs you with his claws on his feet, and then his penis extends out, and then life happens. You lay your eggs, and then you bury them in the sand, and you make sure that birds don't come and eat them when they hatch and go back to the sea.
That's if you're a turtle. You learn sex from sailors as if you were a turtle.
That's how they explained it.
Good gods.
Are you telling me I don't have to lay eggs in the sand and protect them from birds?
This
No.
is just for myself.
And also, you won't need to go to the ocean. And
So I don't have to have sex underwater in order to have kids.
no, and men don't have. Well, some men have hooks, but not for feet, as far as I know.
You know, that's actually really good to know.
Maybe some pirates I've met once or twice.
Yeah, for hands, but not for feet. You know what, Volthroon? Never mind you. Alright. Can we just have a chat about the friggin' keep?
You know what? I'll do whatever we want. Valthorun, you want me to go kill some people at a keep? Great. You don't have to say another word. I'll leave it right now.
Sorry, my actual knowledge of turtles took over. Just sorry.
Well, let me see here. He goes and he rifles through a few books that he has. He takes them from one end of his desk and he finds a rather small book. It looks like it may have once been a journal. And he opens it up and he takes the bookmark aside and he licks his thumb and he goes through a few crinkly pages and he says, "Oh yes, well, did you know that these days people call it Shadowfell Keep? I have found that very interesting from this journal here. It was not always known by that name, though. I bet you didn't know that."
Yeah, wasn't it called Keegan's Keep?
Oh, yeah.
Valthorun literally just point me in the direction and I'll leave right now.
It's to the northwest.
Great.
Anyway, Keegan's was a crazed lunatic who slew his family and his friends and forever put a curse on the place. Well, that was the legend, however, but my research is much too many bubbles. It's
You gotta stop. You gotta stop bubbling. Bubbles will kill you, man. I had a friend who died of bubble cancer. It's not a joke.
Sir Keegan actually was one of the first purple dragon knights, a renowned hunter of dragons. Thus, when the great worm Shadraxel, a shadow dragon of particular ill temperament, began to plague Cormyr, it fell to Keegan to come up with a way to defeat the beast. The knight lured the beast to the keep, and there he managed with sword and sorcery to occupy the creature long enough to perform a ritual to trap it away in a place of shadow. That would have been the end of the story, were it not for the power of the dragon Shadraxel. Incensed by its defeat, the great worm poured all of its malice and vengeance against the knight who trapped him. Such was the dragon's power that even from beyond the Shadow Rift, it was able to deceive Keegan into believing that his friends and family were conspiring against him. Eventually, the knight's mind snapped. He turns a few more of the pages and he says, "Oh, look here. The author of this historical treatise speculates that he suffered from paranoid delusions. For Keegan went on a rampage through the keep, killing his wife and comrades.
I think I might be suffering from the same thing as well right now."
Oh, well, I may have an elixir for that. He pushes back, and the chair scrapes on the wooden floor, and he meanders over to this tall bookshelf on the wall that has all of these vials and potions. He finds a vial, and he comes back over and he hands it to you. It's got a thick purple liquid, almost like grape jelly inside of it. And he says, and take that once before you sleep tonight. Your mind shall not wander so much.
Thanks.
It's not really known, he says as he clears his throat and sits back down, what happened to Keegan. Some scholars think that he must have died of a grievous wound. Anyway, he was erased from the history books, most of them. Cormier's leaders feared that Draxel might continue to wreak havoc upon those stationed at the keep, and ordered the place destroyed, and its secret hidden. They even slew a juvenile shadow dragon and created a false burial site here, right outside of Winterhaven, all in an effort to conceal the truth.
So, the Dragonstone that I have isn't Shardraxel's Dragonstone?
No, it's some other dragon, a juvenile. It doesn't contain the full power of a dragon's heart, only half power. My throat's starting to hurt.
Valthrun, on a scale of 1 to 100, if you could put your overall health as a number, what would you say it is?
It's just about 69.
Nice.
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 We are 13 years old.
Look, we're
I'm
out the
done.
graveyard kids for a reason.
I'm
All right.
done.
Something foul is happening at that keep. And it surely means ill for Winterhaven. Have you found anything out hunting kobolds that might coincide with this?
We found a letter.
A letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like someone wanted us murdered.
It also seems like there's a much bigger web of secrets and lies all forming around one goal. Like a crispiracy. Crispiancy?
Conspiracy.
Crispiancy. That's
Yep.
the one.
Yes, a conspiracy.
A crispiancy.
Yes, a crispian conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Somebody with Z, whom we believe to be Zaltios,
Zaltos. That sounds like a Thayan name.
is working with the kobolds.
But
Probably.
why? Perhaps the kobolds were to run interference.
Yeah.
You said in the note you found that whoever this Zaltos was wished not to be disturbed.
The kobolds are just a distraction then to keep us away from the keep.
And it seems to have been working. I wonder what nefarious plans this Zaltos might have.
And furthermore, is he the one that we killed? Well, the one with
The one that
the
melted.
Yeah, the snowman.
The old simulacrum trick. It could be. No. That would be devastation. He gets up quickly, again, flipping his chair over. He moves spryly, not like an old man, and goes and grabs a book. You can see it has to do with enchantments. And he flips through it quickly. And he looks and he says, yes, that's what it is. Zaltos is using the power of these dragon stones. He must be wanting to open the Shadow Rift.
This looks appropriately ominous.
is that one? I point to the one. I point to the mantle. Is that going to be safe here with you, or should we keep it on the move?
I, I would think it would be safe here. I have protections cast over it.
Valthrun, all great, mighty, knowing Valthrun, you wouldn't happen to have a magical pike or a warglaive in here, would you?
Well, let me see what I do have. He goes back over to his hat and he looks in it again and he reaches into his hat and he pulls out a rabbit and he's like, no, that's not it. He lets the rabbit go and it like bounces across the floor and he reaches back in and he says, ow! And it's a lobster that is clenched on his finger and he's like, I must be all out of it. I'm sorry. And he hangs his hat back up. And where was I?
Sprig has the rabbit, by the way. Just another friend with the turtle. Like, I'm assuming that, like, Velma's sitting on on their head with, like, Reginald sitting on top of the shell, and now Sprig has a rabbit. It's like,
is your hat a literal bag of holding?
Well, it's mystical and magical. I've been on many adventures in my day. I met a man named Halaster in Waterdeep one time. He taught me many things.
that sounds like a made-up name.
It probably was.
So, how many dragon stones is Zaltos gonna need to
Well,
open the rift?
the more the merrier, of course. More stones means more energy. I only hope that he hasn't found the last one already.
So we should go to the keep and try to dismantle whatever operation he has there, then, right?
Unless you hope to bring the Plague of Shadow upon the land. Unfortunately, the three of you are this kingdom's only hope.
There's 4 of us. Brandon's
Oh.
just asleep. He got hit by a green rock.
Yes. Well, make sure to bring him along with you.
You don't have any, like, magical arrows or magical short bow or...
Well, let me see here. I did hear from a producer that you were due another magical trinket.
You might almost say... I guess what I'm really asking is, do you have a box that has loot in it for us?
Oh, I was wondering where this special delivery came from.
It's just an owl with a wizard's hat flies in. And it's just like a familiar, like...
He reaches under his desk and he pulls out this large crate and he sits it down there. It's gold and smooth and light seems to radiate from it. And it has just a silver circle in the middle. And he says, I'm sure you'll know how to activate this.
Okay. Oh.
Wait, is this the loot box tutorial?
Is this where we find out that, like, each loot box only contains a piece of the item and that we need multiple loot boxes?
Oh god, please don't.
Steven, when I click on this old wizard, is his name in red, yellow, or green?
Yellow.
But there's a skull by it.
Yeah, I mean, he
I
casually
looked left
name
and
dropped
right.
Alistair.
Huh?
I said I casually look left and right, squint my eyes.
What'd you say about Halaster?
Well, he casually name dropped Alistair Blackcloak.
I mean, wizards. Am I right?
Yeah, they all hang out together. Sure.
Like, sometimes, you know, some people just really gotta get the attention. You know what I mean? They just name drop. Right now, Sprig can't help themselves, so as long as there's nothing stopping them, they're just gonna throw open the chest.
That's a mimic.
I can't wait for it to be a mimic.
Yeah, so I think the chest opens, and light shines out, and we fade to black and go to break.
Well then, we will see you in about 5 minutes, y'all. We'll be right back.
See you, everybody.
See you, everybody. And so that's when I said, "That's not a horse. That's my wife."
This sounded forced. Hey everyone,
so-
we're back.
Wow. So yeah, when we zoom back in, we see the exact same thing. Sprig going towards this chest and pushing it, and the lid popping open. We see the inside like glow with goldness, and from it, we see Sprig pick up this red arrow. It has crazy weight to it. Like when you just hold it in your hand, it almost feels like a paperweight. But just something tells you that as soon as you like knock it to your bow, that it would be like perfect. So
So-
you got a +3 arrow that retains its magicalness, and on a crit multiplies.
Which is absurd, but awesome.
Valthrin says, yes, I found that one time while exploring the deserts of Maharand. And it was quite interesting. It was supposedly once belonged to the god of death, well, the Moharandi god of death. I think Anubis was his name. That is the arrow of Anubis.
Oh my. Does it still need to be the arrow of Anubis, or can it be? And I look at the others as I say this. Can it be the arrow of Sprig? Because like you have a bow too, Ash. I mean, so this could also be yours, but bows are kind of like.
No. You keep it, Sprig. I'd
Okay.
rather my trusty sword.
I look inside the box. Is there any? Is it there? There's not a pike in there. Just like
When you look inside the box, it's like you're looking down into a well, and about 20 feet down, you can just see like your reflection in this like dirty water.
I set it down to sigh. Well, thanks, Mr. Wizard, for everything. I suppose. I think we got some information out of that.
I would be careful. It could be mighty dangerous in that keep. Goblins, I hear.
Goblins.
You know, these Thayans deal with all types.
First it's kobolds, now it's goblins. What's next, bugbears?
We're moving on up in the world. We're now at goblins.
Oh boy. To the priests! I can't wait to go expose a cult.
So, let's see here. Let me roll a magic d6 to see what's happening. All right, so when you get to the Temple of Kellumbor, the funeral rites are still happening. Everyone has kind of clustered into this small temple. We can see the two people laid out on like burial slabs in ceremonial wrappings, and the Kellumborites are incanting a ritual over them. Several of the people are kind of keeping to themselves, not really paying attention. They are softly sobbing into handkerchiefs. What do you want to do?
Okay. Do we stop this ritual in case it makes more dead people? Or do we, play along?
Will everybody make a perception check for me when you say that?
Sure.
He actually yells it. He doesn't say it.
Sorry, that should just be a 15.
All right.
12.
13, 12. So yeah, all of you are able to see like there's this strange circle in the middle of this church, and it looks like it's new. Like there's still like dust around from like what it was drawn on, and you can see that it's been like covered up with like carpets, but you can see like the outer rings of maybe like the north and the south side of it. And as the Kelemvirite chants, it almost seems like it like starts to glow.
That's all I need.
That's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm a shoot. I'm a shoot one of them with a short bow.
Wait, don't you want to?
Sorry.
Well, looks
Sorry.
like we're murderers now.
Well, so your arrow flies in between everybody and hits the back wall. And the Kelemvirite looks up and says, "What?"
Everybody stops and looks at Sprig like,
Everybody stops and looks at Sprig, and he says, How dare you interrupt a sacred funeral?"
That wasn't a funeral ritual. It was a funeral. You're a bad guy.
I am not. I am making sure that their souls are properly judged and that their bodies cannot be taken advantage of.
Jeb, tell him he's a bad guy.
Are you all inside the
Yeah.
church or still standing like outside? Because there's several people standing outside as well. It's like standing room only inside.
I'm gonna look at Sprig and then look at the the priest. Yeah, I'll be inside standing next to Sprig,
Okay.
and I'll look down and then look at the guy and be like, "Our friend's suffering about a madness right now. We didn't realize this was happening. We were hoping you could help him, but we'll come back later." And I'll try to drag Sprig out of here.
They're gonna make dead people.
I want to put my mouth over or hand over Sprig's mouth.
Will you make a persuasion test for me?
Who?
Oh no! Do I have time for guidance?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Ask.
My belief was ill placed.
He says, I cannot stand for this. Kelemvor will not stand for this. And the people of this town," and he takes his staff and he like, "will not stand for this." And you see all the people turn and their eyes are like black, and they turn and they look at you, and like dark energy like ripples off of this like circle in the center, and they all like turn, and in unison they all say, "We will not stand for this. Zaltos will rule." And they all start taking like steps towards you.
You can sit down for this.
They don't seem to mind. They're almost robotically walking towards you.
Can I charge at the priest?
Yeah, but you'll need to make like an acrobatics check to make it through all these people as they try to like grasp you as you're running through.
Sure. Oh shit, 4.
Yeah, you're let me make a
Oh
roll.
guys, we didn't rest.
Nope. They lunge on you and grapple you. So what's Jeb doing?
Sprig, it's you and me now, buddy. We gotta go. Sprig, it ain't worth it. Let's go get the chest. Sprig, we'll go back to Suzanne. We'll steal a boat and be pirates.
Interesting. Crazy how these things happen. You can try and break free if you want.
That'd be an acrobatics, yeah?
Yes.
He doesn't want to break free.
Sprig wants to, but Sprig's too. You distracted them with the promise of piracy.
I'll set Sprig down and be like, Sprig, we gotta help him, and I'll turn undead, wherever that is. Yeah, channel divinity.
Cool.
Oh, I did it twice.
So, it's okay. Each undead you can see. Wisdom saving throw. All right, let's see what happens. What's your spell save?
DC 14. But they had a -2, so it's fine. 3. -3. Voice shake. Yeah, hold up my holy symbol. But, huh.
Yeah, it seems like several of them, their eyes like turn back to normal, and several of them keep like coming out the door towards you. One that was holding Vishard down, just like against the floor, her eyes go back to normal, and she looks at Vishard like what's going on, and like stands up and lets Vishard up, and you can see several.
Just
Yes?
a quick second. I just realized the thing. I forgot to mention the donation we just got earlier.
Uh-huh.
But we got another $20 donation, so that's 2 platinum loot boxes. And because it's a $20 donation, we upgrade from table D to table E.
Awesome. So 2 loot boxes at table E?
Yeah.
Yes.
God, so much loot. Okay, so they're still coming, but the turn
Right.
undead worked.
For some of them, yeah. It 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So Vishard, as you kind of like sit up, you notice 2 acolytes like run behind the altar and like open this like trapdoor and kind of like run down these stairs. And the main priest like starts like rolling his sleeves up, and he's just like chanting something. Oh, Mashkana Koanakisha.
Sprig is going to pull out the bowl and the mortar and pestle, and is going to start.
As soon as things you do that, all of them with the black eyes are just like, ah, ah, and they all like run away from you and clench against like the sides of the walls, like not wanting to get like close to like the sound that they hear.
I didn't think that would work, but it did. Come on, we have to stop him. And I'm going to run in.
Awesome. So what's Jeb doing?
I'll just look of bewilderment. I'll just pull my pike off my back and charge at the evil Kelmverite.
Cool. Since we don't have a battle map, I'm just going to run this kind of dungeon worldy, if that's okay with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I don't know what that means, but okay.
So as Jeb runs in, the bolts of force fly from the priest's staff out towards him. Jeb, what does Jeb do? As these bolts of force fly through the air, wriggling towards you.
Well, obviously, I mutter a sacred prayer and turn him back at him.
Can we do that? This sounds awesome. Oh, will you make a religion test for me?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, please be good at your.
Oh no.
Please religion me.
You have a 1 in religion. You're the worst cleric.
I'm a stabby cleric.
You're the worst cleric.
But thankfully it works. But with an 8, you deflect them. This shield comes up from you, and is it Tyr?
Yeah.
The symbol of Tyr like appears in front of you, and they bounce off, hitting the roof and going through the roof. They leave like holes of sunlight that come in. Just about this time, Vishard is standing to his feet. What's Vishard doing?
If nobody's holding me down, I'm still charging at the priest.
Yeah. The priest sees you and like starts like incanting and like swirling his staff around, but you have time to like draw your weapon and close into him.
All right. As I'm running, do I have time to cast what's the name of that spell again? Hunter's Mark. I don't have any charges left, so no Hunter's Mark.
So, Sprig, you see Vishard running up and draw his sword, and he's about to bring it down on this this priest. What does Sprig do?
Well, there was a woman that was right next to Vashard, and
So he
like
stabs her.
yes, they no Sprig just like is playing the bowl, and knows that they can't stop. Just like shoves it in her hands and goes, "Keep playing this. If you stop, they'll kill you." And then I just whip out a short bow and I'm gonna fire it off.
All right, so yeah, well, both Bashard and Sprig make attack rolls for me.
I'm gonna do this
15.
one as a sharpshooter. 10.
So yeah, we see Vishard's sword connect, and the short bow arrow like flies right off. You would have hit, but Vishard's hit like moves the priest out of the way, and another arrow sticks into the back of the wall. You can go ahead and roll for damage, Vishard.
All right, 10 points of damage.
Ouch. But yeah,
Did I say 10? I meant 8.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're.
You say 8, he meant 40.
Sorry.
I get it now. So yeah, you barrel right into this this priest, striking him straight in the chest. It hurts. What in the world is going on?
We knew you were a foul priest.
He looks back up, and you see like his eyes have turned to darkness, and he speaks with another voice that isn't his, and he says, "You can't." He says like, "You can't interrupt my project." And he shoots a bolt of force at you. And what does Jeb do as Jeb sees this bolt of force like flying towards Vishard?
Since this is dungeon world, I want to grab Bashard's wolf by the scruff of his neck and his tail and throw it in front of the bowl.
Wait, what?
No! You're the worst! You're the worst human being!
I mean, technically.
You bastard!
He's gonna take the shot for you.
Make an athletics, make an animal handling roll.
Yeah, because you're handling my animal.
You're literally handling the animal.
Sprig, what's the dog doing?
What? Why are you asking me?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, of course, now you rolled freaking high.
You couldn't have just run and impaled a guy on your pike?
There's a bolt of energy coming at you.
So the wolf takes 9 points of damage.
Well, the wolf is down.
The wolf had like 1 hit point, Quentin.
Yeah.
The wolf had 1 hit point. Why would you do that?
I was protecting Bashard. Why aren't you happy?
So Vishard, your wolf suddenly saves your life as it jumps into this taking the blow. The priest curses and gnashes his teeth together and begins incanting another spell. What do you do?
Okay, can I reflexively roll perception to see if my wolf jumped to my rescue or my wolf was thrown?
Yes, you can roll perception.
I'm gonna tell him, Jeb.
Jeb, you piece of shit!
That wolf saved your life.
You could have jumped in front of the bolt.
No.
I hope you have healing magic left. I
So
hope
is this
you
the
have
conversation
healing
everybody's
magic left.
having as the
As
priest
I
is
strike the
charging up another
priest.
spell.
Yeah, I strike the priest
Probably.
with a 17
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
for 4 points of damage.
All right. So what does Sprig do?
Well, Sprig gives like the nastiest glare to Jeb. Just like, really? And is going to pull out their brand new magical arrow and take a shot at this priest, doing it sharpshooter style. No! I rolled a natural one! Why?
So, Steven, when this arrow snaps in half, like two feet
It doesn't snap. It doesn't snap in half. The priest catches it
Oh.
and says,
It was heavy. It was heavier than I. It's heavy. It's a heavy arrow.
He
I
looks
look at
Sprig
Sprig
and
and shake
says,
my head.
I can do that too, and like throws a bolt of energy at Sprig.
Oh no!
Quick, throw Jeb in front of it.
Where's that dog at?
Radiant. 14 radiant. Okay. Ow, that hurts.
Wow.
So it puts me in. Okay. All right. Yep, we're good. We're good. You guys should have gotten to the healing portal and had a good little drum and beat dance.
Yeah,
didn't
I
take
should have
any
done that.
damage.
You what?
I have full health.
You
I
get
was-
your ass in front of that priest, mister.
So Jeb, you see this bolt of energy hit Sprig so hard it nearly takes them off their feet. And again, it's like with every bolt of energy that flies out of this priest's staff, it's like the room darkens more and more, and it's like the motes of like inky, like shadowy blackness in his eyes like grow smaller, like stronger and wider, and he starts like kind of his robes fly back as he starts like incanting this powerful spell in your direction.
My direction. Well, I guess I run up to him and try to poke him with my pike.
All right.
Could I flank him?
Yeah, because Vishard's standing right there as well. So Vishard, you see Jeb coming around the corner, and the priest's attention is focused on him. He turns away from you. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna pike him twice. So first one, it's definitely a hit for 40 damage. No, I'll use my third bonus war cleric pike thing. Hit him one more time. Yep, and I'll you know what? I'll just put my hands up behind my head and just wait for the inevitable.
Jeb, you suck.
So
If
Vishard,
I die, that dog dies.
So
Don't you
Vishard,
dare.
this priest's back is to you. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna run my blade through him.
Okay.
That's it. For Shadow. Wow, I realized that the wolf's name is not appropriate right now. On a 16 because I'm flanking.
Yeah, 16 hits.
For another paltry 4 points of damage.
The priest seems distracted as this sword goes into its back, and Sprig sees this as they do what?
Okay, so Sprig is going to quickly just use their movement, dash to get behind the woman playing the bowl, and is going to use their larger frame to take a hide action for their bonus action. So
Okay, and it's getting darker in here too, so yeah.
all right, so 19 to stealth,
Disappeared.
and then just pop out into one of the shadows, and is gonna like, with advantage, just try and get a sneak attack off on this priest guy. Does a 12 hit?
No.
That's my turn.
As he narrowly escapes this arrow, he still has your arrow in one of his hands. He looks back at you and he throws the +3 arrow back at you.
Oh, hey, I need that. Thunk.
Ah!
It does 4 damage.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's Jeb doing? I'm sure he's feeling real good about himself right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna like slap my face a little bit, like, all right, Jeb, you got this, just like in the war. And I'm gonna like touch my holy symbol on my chest and say a small prayer, and I'll do my oh no, never mind, I can't do that because I already used turn undead as my shield divinity. Never mind, I'll just pike him twice again, use my last charge. 18
That is.
for 12, and then last war cleric thing. Ooh. For 8.
Yeah, so you stab into him, and he retches in pain, and blood flies from his mouth, and you pull your pike out, and he lunges towards you and grabs you by your armor, and he looks into your face, and he says, "You won't stop us!" And then you stab him again. He falls limp onto the ground, and all of the people kind of like wake up, like snap out of it, and they're all like, "Huh? What happened?"
Before you jump to conclusions, he was evil.
I'll take that ball back now. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Jeb?
Jeb, you heal that dog.
Oh, sorry.
Jeb, you heal that dog right now.
So
Jeb's out of spells.
what? I mean, I have plenty of spells. Let me just. Okay, I'll cast Cure. I guess all I have is Healing Word, so I'll Healing Word it.
Cool. Now Jeb?
The dog gives back up and immediately barks at Jeb.
Now, I thought you would be happy that your dog blocked a shot for you.
Okay, let me make this clear for next time. I would rather die first.
All right, now that we've got that established, I thought he was more of a shot taker than a live before I do.
He is my companion.
I understand. Some people in the war used him a little differently.
Yeah. That's why I didn't join the war.
I imagine a whole brigade of soldiers, and all they do is throw.
Jesus Christ.
We use them differently at the war.
Just
Wolf officers.
dogs.
Oh, and just for good measure, because chat reminded me, I decked Jeb.
Oh, I take it.
Those are your vows, and this is so you remember them.
Hey.
My personality trait is I have a crude sense of humor.
Then take inspiration.
You reward him for this? You reward him for this, Steven?
I'm just saying, that's what the book says to do. If player plays into their
Well,
their
I'm
thing,
gonna have a chat with Chris
inspiration.
Perkins.
Saying.
You're better off with Jeremy Crawford. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let me get to a panel with Jeremy, and I'm gonna spend all my question time asking him exactly for that.
Why did you make a game that rewards dog punching?
I'd punch a dog. I just tossed it in front of a shot.
You don't understand. I hail from the Klingon tradition of storytelling, so it's going to get worse every time.
And actually, at the time, we were playing Dungeon World. So you need to ask Adam.
Okay, we're just going to get Adam, Chris Perkins, and Jeremy Crawford in a room together. And we're just going to tie them up, and we're going to get answers.
It's the best animal handling role ever.
How we were standing outside the church.
Yes.
I charged in first.
Mm-hmm.
I never mentioned my dog was charging with me. So the dog was outside.
Uh-huh.
How long would you say the alley was up to the altar?
Maybe 50 feet?
You threw a dog 50 feet.
I have 20 strength. I kissed my bicep.
You didn't sign up for the gun show?
How is this even possible?
It's D&D, baby.
He rolled really well.
Wow.
I think it was a 20.
Yeah, it was a 20.
I'll just do the movie thing where they adjust my chin, be like, suppose I deserve that. All right, I won't throw your dog anymore.
Unless it's out of danger and not into. Feel free to throw the dog as long as it's out of danger.
To be honest, before he was casting that spell, I was going to throw the dog onto the cleric so he could attack him, but I saw the spell coming first.
Yeah, okay, let's not get hooked on the details. The two acolytes did something to the altar.
Oh, we should probably investigate that.
So up on the altar, you see there's a letter written, and it looks like there are pieces of ceremonial relics or whatnot that were on the altar. You can see rings of dust or clean areas in the dust of where they probably removed something before they fled downstairs. But yeah, there is a letter just sitting there conveniently on the back of the altar.
I look at the letter.
It has a strange symbol, a circle drawn in it.
Where'd the acolytes go?
That is a very good question.
Shouldn't we murder them too?
Duh.
Is there a ladder going under from behind the altar, or?
Yeah. You can pick up the same trapdoor, and there's a ladder that heads down under the church. You can't really see too well down there. It's cobwebs and darkness and dankness. A few barrels and some broken crates. You see a rat scurry by.
Let me go first, Nash. I can sneak in, maybe have a word or two with some of the rats.
Yeah. What? Yeah, sure.
Okay, here, hold Roberto, and I hand you the rabbit. He's not suited for this kind of work. He's a bit skittish. And I'm gonna.
Rabbit.
You took Valthrune's rabbit?
Yeah, I took his rabbit and his damn turtle. He gave them to me, so now they're mine. I've got Velma the turtle, who's chilling with Frederick on my shoulder, and I named the rabbit Roberto.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna stealth down the ladder.
All right. Make a stealth roll for me.
Sorry, that should be a normal, but it's 21.
21, yeah. You sneak down the ladder. Another we see a silhouette of a rat scurry across your way. There seems to be maybe some candles lit down on the far side of this stonework tunnel that leads into the ground. But you don't see any people.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get the attention of one of the rats. Just like, "Psst, hey, hey,
Yeah.
did you see some? Did you see some people run by here real fast?
People. Yeah, they were big.
Yeah, where did they go? I need to find them.
That way.
I look where he's pointing.
He's like pointing down to the end of the hall.
Did they do anything special?
They were running.
Did they touch her and grab anything? It's really important that I find them. They said they were gonna hire an exterminator. I'm gonna stab them.
Do you have any cheese?
I have some meat.
Some meat.
Yeah, I have some. I pull out some. Hang on. Let me make sure I haven't given away all of my rations. I may have given away all my rations. Hang on. Oh my god, I gave away all my rations. I'm out of rations. Oh fuck. I have some petrified bread.
What?
I pull out a hunk of petrified bread.
What?
And I,
What is that? It like scurries up and like sniffs it.
it's a treasure from a distant land.
Treasure. And it
Yes.
like paws it and sniffs it and tries to like take a little bite and says, That's not cheese. You told me you were going to give me cheese.
I didn't say anything of the kind. I said I had treasure.
I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend. Oh wait, no, I still have. Hang on. And I then discover that I do have rations left, and I pull out an actual hunk of cheese. Sorry, they were buried in my bag.
And it pockets the cheese, and it's like, yeah, they were on that way. They were running real fast.
Okay, but like that way doesn't go anywhere. Can you show me?
Okay. And it scurries along the corner of the tunnel down towards the opposite end. At the opposite end, there's like a table with like 3 candles on it. It probably goes down kind of to the west for maybe 100 feet underground, and then leads to another ladder that goes up.
Did they go up the ladder?
I didn't go that far.
Okay, thanks. And then I'm gonna sprint back and get Vash and Jeb.
So,
Okay, so I talked to this rat and he was really helpful, but man, they just always extort me for cheese. Anyway, they're not down there, but it looks like there's an escape ladder we can get.
Wait, you can't read, but you can talk to rats?
To. Yeah, can't you?
No, but all right, continue.
I look over at Velma and Frederick and like, this guy, like, really? I mean, he's just getting on my nerves. You just hear like turtle and mouse squeaks, like respectively. But it's like, yeah, no, they're not down there anymore. But it looks like there's an escape ladder that leads up some ways down. We should probably move if we want to catch up to him.
I have a thing. What does it sound like when you speak to a turtle? They don't make sound.
It's this. Yes, they do. It's real throaty. And they usually make the most noise when they have sex. So, if you've
Never
ever
mind.
heard,
Stop.
I mean, if you want to have a conversation with the turtle, I'm totally down for it.
look, no, I mean that just
Nope.
that's usually the only time you hear a lot of noise. Like usually it's more body language, but it's fantasy, so I'm just saying I've heard a turtle orgasm before. And it's
Nope.
You know what, Simon? No, I think we really need to go into this.
Why don't we run up after the 2 acolytes instead? And never mind my curiosity.
No. I really need to see this role play for my immersion.
all you need to know is that it's squeak squeaker squeak squeaking.
So it looks like you're about to throw up. Are you okay, Sprig?
Yeah, I'm just talking to the turtle.
Sure it's not a moose?
I mean, they're related eventually at some point, evolutionarily speaking.
Wow, you are way too intelligent for Sweet Ocean.
What? If you tie them with a rope, they get to know each other. That's what evolution is. It's tying
Sprig,
two things together with a rope so that they get to know each other and become friends.
how do you know so much about turtles?
I told you,
No,
I was at the docks with a sailor, and he taught me about things and life, and he used turtles. He had turtles.
So wait, a random man on the docks told you about turtles.
And life through them.
It was Valkyrin.
Covered in disguise. I mean, I learned all kinds of things about life through turtles, okay? Like how, when...
the acolytes are running away, people.
They're
Oh,
gone.
right.
They're so gone.
We should probably catch them. Also, just remember, as we're running, make sure to keep your tails tucked in, because if anybody cuts them, you'll bleed out and die.
I'll go first.
So Jeb drops down.
That is A, sad, B, similar if you do the same thing to a man.
And Vishard drops down.
Man, when am I going to have to talk to them about shell wax and then just drop down?
So the next thing we see is Jeb opening the opposite a trap door, climbing out, and it's a sunny day, and it seems to be like the door is heavy at first, and I think you do need to make an athletic. Let's roll some dice and see what happens.
Yeah. Do I have time to guidance myself now?
Yes.
All right. Does this work? 13.
Is that with the guidance?
I don't think the global thing worked.
No, it would have shown.
15.
15 is definitely enough. As you push it open, you can feel like a weight slide down off of it as you do, and you're in this grassy place, and you crawl out, and it seems like you're outside of the town walls, and that they had put this large rock on top of this hidden trapdoor. When you look at the other side, there was grass growing on the door, and there's just some birds flapping away in the trees as you all climb up, and no sign of any acolytes.
The coast appears to be clear.
All right, let's go. Where could they... Oh, wait. I'll look around for tracks. Reminding you that humans are my favorite enemy.
Okay, cool.
These were lizard men.
So a 20 if they were human.
Yes, they're humans. So you can tell the tracks lead off to the northwest.
They're going to the keep.
Yep. So do we follow them now, or do we wait until nightfall?
I don't think I'd be able to chase after people over such a great distance, not in the state I'm in right now.
Yeah, what's freaking Bashard looking like?
Sprig has a little more than half health.
Dying.
I know his wolf has 5 HP.
Yeah, which is the same amount that I do.
Hey, you're twinsies.
Yeah, we're HP twinsies. Vashard can't keep up up to the keep. I'd rather we take a while. We take a rest, and they're not gonna go anywhere. Plus, they might believe that we did not give chase if we don't show up right away.
All right.
Yeah, I reckon that's probably a smart move. It's never good to chase someone into a fortified position.
Before we do that, Steven,
Yes.
we got another donation.
Wow.
Another $20, so we're moving up one in. So we're not at table E anymore. We're at table F, and we're
And-
looking at 4 total
Four-
platinum loot boxes. So 4
From-
rolls on table F.
Wow.
Wow. See, it was the turtle sex what did it.
Wow.
Let me.
Is there any item on the table that has turtle in it?
Well, I mean, if I look at my analytics, I'll realize that I got a lot of donations the one time we talked about turtle sex live. So far, there might be they might be correlated.
So we just need to have like a weekly show where we just talk about animals mating and
Hey,
I know a lot of really disgusting animal mating facts.
I'm sure you do.
Like how there's a species of fly who,
We've been
when they
asked.
ejaculate, they only ejaculate one sperm, but it is longer in length than their entire body, and it clogs the female's vagina, so that way nothing else can enter it.
Please, Twitch, do not ban me.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing I didn't ask for.
Nobody asked for it. Okay,
I certainly didn't.
I can also tell you how bed bugs mate. That's even
Nope,
worse.
I'm good.
No. I think I'm gonna use your fly thing as a pickup line.
It's like, hey, aren't you glad I'm not a fly? Because if I was, this is what would happen.
All right, let's take
Okay,
a long
so-
rest.
All right.
where do we go from here?
Down.
Only down.
All right. So you all take a long rest. The rest of the day and early evening pass by, and it's probably about 3 a.m. At the end of the long rest. The whole town is just like asleep. There's probably 3 or 4 guards walking about. When you wake up safe in your rooms, what would you like to do?
Is the chest full of gold still there?
Yes.
Okay. Just gotta make sure it's tucked in nice and safe.
I assume Sprig is sleeping on top of opens it up and just sleeps on the gold.
Like a tiny dragon.
You're not wrong. In fact, when you wake up, you just hear as the lid opens. And Spring calls out. It's like, oh, it's not as comfortable as I thought it would be. Oh, dragons make it look so nice.
Well, I think they have hard scales to kind of shield them from that. We just have this soft skin.
Yeah, that's true.
But we should probably go after those cultists right quick, I imagine.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready to go as soon as you guys are. Is Venom awake yet, or is he still sleeping from that green rock?
He looks
Strangely,
pretty
Venom
knocked out.
knocked out, yeah. Must be a magic green rock?
We'll write him a note. I'll write him a note letting him know where we're going. And I'll pin it to his armor.
It's Tabard.
Yeah, it's the bard. Pin it to it. So we strike out.
Yes.
Are you okay, Steven? There was like a whole There was a whole roller coaster of emotions that I saw happen while you were muting and unmuting.
So yeah, I thought I was unmuted, but I was muted. So I clicked it and that did the opposite. So I did it again and did the opposite. And then when I tried to do it the third time, I enlarged the entire thing to full screen. That was quite surprising.
Oh,
I'm having a great time. So yeah, you set out, and it probably takes about 3 hours to like find your way through the hillside and through the trees. We see the sun just cresting over the horizon in the east, painting the sky in pinks and purples and blues. We see here. We can see that ahead, the narrow track that you are following widens into a clearing. Great piles of shattered stone block the scorched timbers, dominate this clearing. Sprawling out from the center of the clearing to the edge, all the way to the edge of the woods, is just like burnt timber and stone around. Strangely, no plants grow in this area. The ground here is a mixture of dirt and then like this weird like green fungus that like covers the ground. As you approach, you can see the keep dilapidated and halfway leaning over. But the strangest thing, as you all arrive towards the keep, is a great golden tree that grows in the center of the keep's ancient courtyard.
Sprig, is that me, or does that tree seem to be made of gold?
Yeah, the leaves from the tree like nearly like glimmer and glisten in the sunlight.
trees can't be made out of gold, right?
Well, I also thought that most people couldn't talk to rats, but that seems to be possible.
I have two things to say about that.
Can everybody see the map?
The first
Yes.
one is I don't see the map. Other assignments, people at home don't see it.
Yeah, no. I can see it, but apparently.
Why not? What's going on?
I see the map.
Oh, I don't know why that did that way. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Is it just the token that didn't save? Yeah,
Yeah.
because we see the token alone, but he doesn't have the all players see light or something.
Ken, did it update now?
I only see the token.
Which one?
Wolf.
Daytime.
While this is getting updated, this channel is brought to you by Mage Hand Press. Remember, for all of your hand and mage pressing needs, Mage Hand Press.
Yeah, it's working, Steven.
Okay, cool.
This session is also brought to you by Turtle Facts. Follow Bag of Snails on Twitter.
And the second thing I needed to mention is we got another $10 donation from Uncanny Adventure so that we do not discuss bedbug facts. So thank you so much for the 5th loot box that our party will get tonight.
Wow. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, you can see like most of these walls are like have like fallen in. Some of them are still standing, but you stand among this rubble of like this fallen keep, and before you over this like low wall, all of the walls here are probably like no more than 3 or 4 feet tall and just rubble. But you see before you this courtyard, and there's very like interesting type of like stone pedestals almost that surround this like gigantic tree in the courtyard.
And it's just glistening, but it's totally not made out of gold or anything, right?
It glistens almost like gold would, like when it's touched by sunlight. But obviously, like when the wind blows, it like sways and buckles like a normal tree. But all the leaves just seem to like glisten as if they were gold.
All right.
Am I supposed to have full vision and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess it's not made of solid gold. From a distance, it looked a lot different.
Is this like a doorway, just skinny?
Yeah. It used to be a doorway, but yeah.
Okay. Sprig's gonna just pop up to the tree and like take a couple of leaves.
Yeah. As you like go up and take these leaves, because the limbs are massive and they like hang down close to the ground. And as you like poke and prod the second leaf, you hear the tree go.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Who goes there?
Oh, hi. I've never talked.
It turns and like looks down at Sprig.
Sprig,
What's up?
you should come back.
Why? It's just a tree. Hi, tree.
Why are you taking without asking?
I didn't know that I could ask you. I've never talked to a tree before.
And I've never talked to a. And he, like, it bends down. You can hear the creaking of the wood as it bends down towards you. Whatever you are.
Well, I'm a gnome. My name's Sprig. This is Roberto the rabbit, and I motion to the rabbit. Velma the turtle, and Frederick the mouse.
Hello, Velma, Roberto, Velma, Sprig.
And
I
that's-
am supposed to kill you now.
Oh, that would ruin this moment. I mean-
That would ruin it indeed.
Like, you wouldn't kill a rabbit, would you?
A rabbit would burrow beneath my roots.
Is that a bad thing?
A rabbit would take the substance from the earth. Why shouldn't I kill you, Sprig?
Well, because I'll give you your leaves back.
You can like see like the tree almost like breathe in and like exhale, and it says, I was brought here from the north. Have you heard of the forest of Cormanther?
Did we?
Have I heard of the forest of Cormanther?
You can make like a history check if you want.
Do we hear what's happening?
Oh yeah, I mean you can see it too, because like the walls are only like 3 or 4 feet high.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, Sprig knows nothing about Cormanther.
Let me roll for Cormanther.
You get advantage, Fishard, because you're half elf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I've heard of that place.
Cormanther is like an ancient elven kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mithranor.
Yeah.
That's Fishard. He knows about Cormanther. Come say hi to our friend, Fishard.
I will walk up to the tree.
It turns creaking and cracking as Fishard walks up and says, "Welcome, elf friend. Are you here to release me from my bonds?"
How would I... What do I need to do to release you? And will you try to kill us if you are released?
The Thayan brought me here to guard his portal. Told me to kill anyone I did not know. But you, Vashard, elf friend, You do not look like a stranger to me. Do you like games?
Depends on the game, but I don't say no to a game of dice from time to time.
Do you prefer riddles?
And let me guess, if I answer your riddle, you're gonna let us pass, and we can free you from your bond.
Elf friend, you know the ways of the wood?
That I do.
Yes.
All right, I will play this riddle game of yours.
I begin eternity and end space at the end of time and in every place. Last in life, second to death, never alone, found in your breath, contained by earth, water, or flame. My grandeur, so awesome, wind dare not tame. Not in my mind, am in your dreams, vacant in kings, present in queens.
Would you care to repeat that? Do you have it like? Can you copy paste it?
Yeah, I can copy paste it.
I look at him and I say, "What have I got in my pockets?"
Simon, I may have just put the answer in the group chat. Sprig wouldn't know this, but I know the answer.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Only one guess, or unfortunately, elf friend, I have to kill you. And then be released from my bond.
Is it a turtle? Is it turtles, Vashard?
It's not turtles, but
Wait, was that just our guess?
No,
that-
I'm asking Vashard.
I say from behind the corner.
No, I was asking Vashard.
Is it the letter E?
Great wisdom of the sages, Vashard, elf friend. And you may pass.
Okay, let's not tarry here any longer.
Is that just Bashard could pass, or do we all have to answer a riddle?
I want to answer a riddle. Or die trying.
This is not a game, Sprig.
It bends down towards Sprig again and says, "You little one may pass. I
Oh,
smell the forest on you.
that's probably.
I long for the days where the trees sat and danced in the wind and
Sorry.
reached high towards the skies and felt the sun upon their limbs. You, Sprig, remind me of home."
Okay, well, will you take care of Roberto, because that's probably the forest smell. He gets a little farty when he's scared. He's not really adventuring material. I'm just gonna hand the rabbit to the tree end.
If we camera pan to Jeb, he's like rubbing dirt on his arms.
Yeah, cool. So I'd say take another point of inspiration, but you haven't spent yours yet. Cool.
I just slowly whistle to the portal.
And what is your name, friend?
They call me Rockbiter. It sounds better in my tongue.
Is it? Do rocks taste good or?
I am, and it reaches up and spreads its limbs, and it says, "Strong. I crush stone."
I'll speak Sylvan. And in Sylvan, I'll say Rockbiter. Does that sound closer to your tongue?
It looks surprised, and it says, "Yes, elf friend. You speak the ancient tongue."
I'm a bit rusty. Where is the library?
Below you, you will find many, many things set forth to kill you. Below is a portal to the Shadowfell. May Tamora shine her graces upon you.
Thank you. And on you too, I guess. We will release you, Rockbiter.
So yeah, suddenly it's almost like they just turn back into a tree.
That was strange.
Yeah, where's this portal at?
Well, they said beneath us, so there should be an entrance somewhere in here.
Can I make a perception check to see if I spot anything like a trapdoor or whatnot?
Yeah.
Whip. 18. Aha.
I go to that trapdoor.
Yes, you do. Opening the trapdoor, there's a set of stairs that descend down into darkness. Do you venture forth?
I believe we do.
I turn on my my racial like treasure seeking thing. There's no chests in the area.
No, there's no
Just-
chests in the area.
Player scan. All right, I think it's safe to go.
That was weird. What you just did right now.
I'll teach it to you sometime.
What,
Old
rubbing dirt all over your body?
Yeah, why are you covered in dirt?
Camouflage.
We're going into a castle.
That tree was big and scary. You're an elf and he liked you, and you talked to rats and he liked you. I've done some. You know, we'll talk inside downstairs where the tree can't hear me.
Did you inappropriately touch a tree?
Did you chop down trees before?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything right now.
You know, this reminds me of bed bugs, and it just walk
No,
downstairs.
fade to black.
Fade to black as we walk downstairs.
All right, you all should be here.
Yay, we see.
Yay. So yeah, you make your way down into the dungeons beneath the crypt, and before you're able to see a staircase that stretches down into a large corridor. The stairway leads down. It consists of finely crafted stone, perhaps the work even of dwarves. A breeze chills you to the bones as you take each step down. The flicker of torchlight spills from room to room. at the bottom of the stairs. What you see here is several columns, like four columns, I believe, and perhaps from where you are, you can even see perhaps there's a halls going east-west, and just at the bare end of your vision, perhaps even one headed to the south. What would you like to do?
I don't have dark vision, so I cast light on myself so I can see. I already have vision, but if anything's like, you're like, oh, there's a light coming down the tunnel, like they probably know I'm coming.
Right.
So yeah, I'll. Do you want me to venture forth? I unfortunately can't see in the dark like you two. Or maybe Sprig should go first and scout. Or do we just want to, pull out our weapons and charge in?
No, I feel like it would be wiser to scout ahead.
Did you want me to do that?
Well, Sprig, you're the stealthiest of all of us. You're the sneakiest.
Yeah,
and where are you?
Sprig, you're
You're saying that. It just disappears.
He like pulls a Batman on Bashard, and like Bashard turns around and Sprig's not standing there anymore. All right, so Sprig, you venture forth into the dungeon, and as you, whoops, that was, oh, I didn't mean to draw on the map.
Vandalism.
I know, right? As you step forward, however, you feel the weight of the floor beneath you shift, and you fall into a pit. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Oh boy, can I? All right, can I? 19.
19. Yeah, you catch on to the side, hitting hard, and only take 1 point of damage. And can everybody roll initiative for me, please?
Hey guys, I found a trap. Again, I have a -1 intelligence modifier. I'm great at disassembling traps, not good at finding them.
Right.
Well, I mean, you found it. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, indeed.
So let me hit that right quick and hit this and that. Uh-oh. I didn't clear the old ones off. So Vishard got the 5.
Yeah, Vishard got the 5.
And Jeb got
21.
And Sprig got
15.
Sprig got 15?
Mhm.
Okay, that should be right. So I think Jeb goes first.
Yeah. Give me one. I'm refreshing the roll 20 here. It was being a little wonky.
Yeah, so Sprig, you've like fallen down into this hole. It's about like 20 feet down. But thankfully you were able to like catch yourself and slide down the side in order not to take most of the damage.
So I see the goblin. I assume I don't see whatever's at the bottom of the pit, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then can I poke the goblin with my pike since it has reach?
Mhm.
Could I give him cover or something?
Yeah.
All right.
You can draw a line. So
Yeah.
I don't think he has any cover.
Okay. All right, I'll pike him once. Pike.
Yep, that hits. And I think that's a dead goblin.
All right, I harpoon him.
The
That's-
goblin shrieks out. "Ah!"
Aha!
You didn't even try to talk to him.
Maybe it was a nice goblin.
Yeah, the
Spriggs
goblin was like,
hang-
"Welcome to my lair, friends."
Hanging in the pit trap. He's like, you didn't even try to talk to him. I'm just like,
I mean, that was me saying that.
oh,
now that you mentioned, like, you didn't even try and talk to him.
like
So yeah, it's
Pike
Sprig's
like
turn.
punched into his chest. I'm just like,
Okay, so I am hanging onto the ledge, or am I in the bottom?
Yeah, you're hanging on to the ledge.
So is that an athletics check to get out, or an acrobatics to get out?
Athletics to get out. There seems to be a bunch of angry rats at the bottom trying to. They're like climbing up on top of themselves and like nipping at at the bottom of your feet.
Oh boy, I got a -2 to athletics. Oh, I rolled really well though, 17.
Oh yeah, that gets you out.
Sorry, you guys must be hungry. Can I just use my movement and bonus action to just throw down a ration?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just all like swarm and fight over the ration, but it doesn't seem like they can climb the sheer walls.
That's my turn.
Are there any more goblins?
I can see an ear in the distance. Oh, there he is.
Oh. They are
Oh.
coming for us.
Bouchard, there appears to be more goblins.
So yeah, this one moved his whole move, but this one did not, and is going to shoot a short bow at Brig and gets a 6. And then this one is going to shoot at
Ball of rats.
across the ball of rats.
That's a hit.
6 damage.
Oh no.
And you can hear them like they're just heaping and hollering, just rah, rah. Does anybody speak Goblin?
I speak Gnomish.
Gnomes.
It starts with a
Goblins.
G. Starts with a G. I mean, you know.
I only speak Draconic.
All right, so let's hit this. Okay, and that makes it Bouchard's turn.
All right. I'm going to have the wolf go one. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. For now. So I just asked Shade to, run into the room.
Okay.
Stay close to Jeb.
Why is the dog close to me next to his pit?
And as I descend the
The
stairs,
dog grabs you and throws you in.
Justice.
as I descend the stairs, I'll take my longbow and I'll shoot at this one here, the one that used all of their movement.
Okay, let me see right quick. So sorry, I'm trying to
Mhm.
decide on light right now. All players see light. Can you see Jeb's light?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that one's in the light then, so you're not at disadvantage.
All right, and I'll use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
Yeah, on an 11.
Yeah, you miss, but the hunter's mark is there.
Cool.
And it ducks as your arrow flies, through the corridor. It ducks and the arrow flies over it, and that makes it Sprig's turn.
Like the
Actually,
World of
I'm-
Warcraft mark.
Why are there so many Sprigs? That makes it Jeb's turn.
All right. I'll move down and I'll poke at him with my pike.
I don't think you can attack from around the corner.
I'll move in front of him and poke him with my pike.
Okay.
13.
A 13 does not hit. It deflects your pike with a small shield it's holding in its arm.
All right, I'll bonus action use my second thing. My second attack here. 18
18 hits.
for 8 piercing.
Yep, and you drop the goblin.
And then I'll just move back around the corner. That'll be it.
Okay. Sprig's turn.
All right, Sprig is going to pop over here on 10 feet of movement and just whirl around the corner and go, I'm really sorry about this, and is going to just take a shot
Oof.
and miss terribly. And then is going to use 1, 2, 3,
So-
that's 5. And then use a bonus action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a turn.
5. Sorry. So 5, 10, 15 to shoot, 20, 25.
Oh, I was shooting from around the corner. I was just,
Okay,
So-
yeah, that's fine.
yeah, but even with that, I would be like,
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
These are basically nothing. So yeah, Goblin's turn. So this goblin runs up and shoots at Jeb. And misses. And then runs back.
Damn it.
And that one's going to shoot at the dog, I guess.
Oh, no.
not the dog.
And crits.
Does a 15 hit?
I think 15 does hit. Let me
Alright.
pull up the sheet. Yeah, 15
I don't have
is
its
straight
AC.
on.
Yeah, for 7 damage.
Well, down to 5 hit points.
That makes it Vishard's turn, though. Oh no, I didn't move him.
Vishard's gonna move the Hunter's Mark to the one that attacked the dog.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Vishard is gonna go up here. And will
Okay.
fire at the goblin. For
Oof.
a crit miss. Wow,
We
I
are
suck
rolling
with my
really
bow.
great.
Hey, it's Christmas in July. Oh, it's June.
All right, I think that makes it Jeb's turn.
All right. So moving around, can I cut the corner like that, or do you go here then here?
Yeah.
Second
Down.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. So I'll get here, and then I'll poke him with the pike.
Cool.
Aha!
That hit. Ooh,
All right.
double damage. So yeah, you did skewer this goblin. It drops to its feet.
Aha! And then I guess I'll go 15, 30. That'll end my turn.
You're on a
Alright.
rampage.
Yeah, I can't hit anything, and you're just murdering.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, so on Sprig's turn, 1, 2, 3, right up to the
Okay.
edge.
What are the chances Sprig hits him right here?
Not good. And Sprig will just. Okay, you know what? I want this guy dead. He's gonna pull out the arrow, the magical arrow,
Oh,
And-
no.
and take a shot at this goblin. Yay! 23 plus 3 is 26.
That hits. At this goblin here.
Yeah, the only one that I can see that's
Okay,
like 12.
yeah.
Is there another goblin, Stephen?
Hmm.
And that's 10 points of damage.
Yeah, so that it drops that goblin. It falls over dead.
Ah. Ah.
Well,
Is that
was
all
a
of them?
Will everybody make a perception check for me?
We made a lot of noise. If there's anything else in here, I'm sure they heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With that 22, you hear coming from this direction, Sprig, from the west. You hear like the soft closing of a door, like, and like the pitter patter of feet
Coming towards us or away?
towards you.
Okay, so I'm going to use the rest of my movement to 4, 5, bonus action, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so there's more of them coming from over there, and I'm going to point that way.
Why are you running the wrong way?
I'm helping.
Sorry, I'm taking turns.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. We aggroed the dungeon. It's fine.
Clear everything in room 1.
Yeah. We're playing classic WoW again, and one of the kobolds got away, so the whole village is coming for us now.
We didn't have Ven in here, and he's our tank / aggro magnet.
Yep.
So yeah, Bashard, what do you do?
Do I see that goblin from the corner of my eye?
Yeah, I guess if your token can see him, you can see him. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure so that I can move the hunter's mark onto it.
Yep.
And I will yell at Shade to fetch kill. Rah, 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 rah. Oh shit! And my wolf
All right.
is going to
So
attack.
first,
Don't
And you
you
gave
dare!
You gave me a hard time about throwing him in front of a magic bolt, but you just send him into a herd of goblins.
all
It's
right.
fine.
I didn't
So
know.
the one in the back actually had a ready to action to shoot whoever came around the corner.
I
Uh-huh.
like it.
Yes it. Oh,
That's a hit.
For 4 damage.
Hey, still alive. Still alive.
How do you feel what the dog feels, or know it's getting hurt, or how does that work?
I can see it.
Okay.
Right now I see 2 arrows sticking out of my wolf, and I know that my wolf is hurt. Like bad. Can I attack?
Yeah.
Or it does a 23 hit.
It definitely does.
So 6 damage from the regular damage, 4 from the hunter's mark.
Yeah. It kills that goblin.
All right. And Wolfie only moved. Wolfie was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna retreat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So bark, bark, bark.
Okay.
Oh,
All
hey,
right, Jeb.
Raiders. Hello. Sorry, I was getting my wolf killed, so I didn't see you there.
it's a raid. You're muted, Quentin.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I was wondering. I just thought you were like deep in tactics mode. You were like, all right,
Yeah. So if I stand here, if the goblin moves here, would he be able to shoot me? Or
you'd have cover, but yes.
okay, I'll move here and then ready action, poke somebody if they come within range.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Sprig.
Sprig is going to use a bonus action to pick up the arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then use their movement to move right here, take a knee, and ready action to shoot the goblin when it comes around the corner.
Okay. Hmm.
Boy.
I don't like that there's so many clicks.
Yep. The number of clicks of like arrow movement things like frighten me. And we're not even at like the keep on the Shadowfell yet. We're at like the keep in the Goblin Dung Palace.
Right. Nobody speaks Goblin, right? So
Yeah.
all of a sudden you hear this Goblin just yelling. Yep.
I think I said something, guys.
So Vashard, it's your turn.
Wolf is gonna run in the corner and
Wait.
sit there.
I think we have a stalemate.
Oh no! Vashard is not gonna. No.
Wait here for
heard
days, Steven.
my
Days.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then take my action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come out! Come out!
Oh no.
Will you take a point of inspiration for me, please?
Sprig just like insulted all of their families and heritage.
I think Sprig said something like they were invited to Thanksgiving dinner.
It's Goblins giving dinner.
Yeah, Goblin's giving. That makes Chip's turn.
Well, I'll look at Vashard, and he just like ran past me, just
No,
commendable.
I'll point to Jeb, and I'll point to the dead goblin next to him, and I'll just whisper, "Throw it to me."
Are you trying to stay super quiet?
Yeah.
Jeb,
Do it.
can you make a perception check for me?
What?
That's it. What?
What?
Jeb doesn't seem to understand you.
And then I'll move up and I'll cast Bless on myself, Vashard, and Sprig, and I'll just like very loudly, profoundly, like, by the holy light of Tyr, I bless this party as we charge forth towards the goblins.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess right there, since they might be able to like shoot me from ground. Yeah. So I'll end right there.
Let me see. I don't think they can see you. Whoops, that was the wrong button. No. They can't see you from there. All right. So Sprig.
Yep. Okay. Sprig, seeing that everybody's rushing up, is like, oh, god damn it. And is going to just pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bonus action, move. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And
Right
right as-
there.
Yep. Right as they come around the corner, they're gonna fire off an arrow. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Oh, I can't roll for crap today.
And then these two get their readied actions.
Uh-oh.
Do you
And-
keep meaning to do sharpshooter, Sprig?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's oh, I'm terrible.
So arrows fly both ways down this corridor through the darkness. Both Jeb and Vishard just hear the of arrows like hitting the stone walls and flying and through nothing.
I turn to Shard and say, "Guess that's out of the way."
And then I'll use my last square movement to move back one. I helped. I helped.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that, Sprig.
Woo!
So yeah, this one is going to attack Sprig again.
That's not very nice.
I'm sorry. Oh no.
Luckily, they're worse shots than I am.
Good.
This one comes screaming around the corner with a scimitar and a shield and just like trips over its buddy and totally misses Sprig as well.
Go. Jesus Christ, dude, how many goblins are there?
Yeah.
Down to Goblin Town. Down to Goblin.
You didn't tell us we were going to Goblin Town, Stephen. You said we were going to the Keep on the Shadowfell.
I fall onto the ground and hope the goblins run past me.
Vishard's turn.
All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I'm
Yes.
gonna maneuver myself between the two goblins, turn around to the one that's being currently flanked by myself and Sprig, and as I do so, drop the longbow, and in one graceful motion, draw the long sword and try to slice the goblin with it.
I can, since you're half elf, I can imagine how this looks.
Mm-hmm.
See
Yeah.
enough Lord of the Rings, yeah.
But it's gonna be half cool.
Half is elegant.
Yeah. On a 16
Yeah, that hits.
for 7 points of damage.
And you drop the goblin.
Take that.
That makes Jeb's turn.
All right. 5, 10. I'll move here, and then I'll turn on the bless thing, and I'll poke at him. And yeah, and then sheepishly move back around the corner.
Yeah, this one's a 13 to hit. So yeah, Sprig.
All right, so we're going to use 1 point of movement to get here. And then is going to bonus action hide because they're around the corner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I got it.
Nope.
Got a 1.
He gets
One on
around the
that roll.
corner and just sneezes really loud.
I might be allergic to turtles. And is to use another point of movement to get around here.
Okay.
I can see this guy. Yeah.
Yes. You
Okay.
have but you're at disadvantage to hit it because it's dim light.
I have
wait.
dark vision. So is it still a disadvantage?
It's like completely dark down here.
Well, yeah, but
So-
I have dark vision.
Right, so you see in total darkness as if it were dim light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
And Jeb's light isn't going far enough. Jeb's light's only going to like right here.
Okay, then I'm just gonna shoot this guy that's really close by.
Okay.
And we're gonna use a regular short bow shot. Hey, 20.
That hits.
19 points of damage.
Ooh. I think it knocks him back 5 feet. Does a backflip and hits the ground dead.
I gotta stop trying to aim. Whew. And then I'll use the last point of movement to just pop over here.
All right. Goblin's turns.
There's so much clicking.
Yep.
why
Every
I'm
time he
kinda-
clicks, I hear the jaws sound.
Burn it. So yeah, this one rushes forward to Vishard and attacks with scimitar in hand.
You won't take me alive. Ow!
For 5 damage.
Ow!
Bashard drops his. Yeah, just take me alive. We're good.
Remember, Fashari, protect your tail.
I
That's
ju-
where your major blood vessel is. You'll bleed out if he cuts it.
This is Fashard's turn.
Thanks for the advice, Sprig. And I'll try
Use your
to
shell to protect you.
I'll behead the goblin. On a 19?
Yes.
For 11 points of damage. Yeah, I think I'll behead him.
Yes. Red Goblin. Do you want to move?
This is dim light past that point, right?
Past, or like right here, yeah.
Past where I am. Yeah, so I'm gonna run back a few feet. I want the goblins to come to me.
Okay.
And I'll have Pupper just come along.
Okay.
Come along, Pup.
Jeb.
You're the light source.
This is awfully weird. Bashard, how do you see any more of them?
Not that I can see from here.
All right. Can I move through Sprig Square? You can for allies, right? As long as you just don't end there.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. It appears to be okay. I'll
So
5,
the light goes all the way to here now.
20, 25. No, I'll move up here.
Okay.
Oh no! No! Take it back.
It's too late now.
Sprig's turn.
All right. Sprig is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's gonna try and hide in some shadows.
All right.
Because there's no goblins around.
Right.
Stealth 17. And just kind of pressing themselves up against the wall. And is going to ready their action in case any goblins come into this room.
Okay. Super cool. About that time, the door opens,
Oh!
and that guy walks through.
And he's surprised by me and has a heart attack.
Well, he's surprised by Sprig.
Okay, don't. Come on.
He
Please
doesn't
be
even
good.
notice me. I'm just like,
Does a 14 hit him?
No.
No! Come on! No!
The arrow just looses and flies and sticks in this door right here.
how close was the arrow to hitting him?
About a foot over to the side.
Ah, damn it. A goblin with good armor.
So yeah, that goblin attacks Jeb.
Oh no!
Pulls out its scimitar and slashes
Whew.
and misses both times.
Thank you for that.
No problem. And you fill the door, like start to open, but beside you. What do you want to do? Yeah.
What do I want to do?
Like it's pushing you.
Um,
Do you want to keep it from pushing you or let
Hold
it
the
push you?
door. Hold
Uh,
the
the
door.
I mean, I guess I'll let it push me. So I'll,
Okay.
I guess, move that way.
Another goblin like pushes you through, and the door these doors like slam shut as soon as things like they're opened. So yeah, that makes it Bashard's turn. That goblin had to use its turn to push you.
Sweet.
That's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, Bashard, I think there's only 2.
I'll dash this turn up to the guy with the scimitar,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have Pupper stay. Don't risk it.
Okay.
Oh, forgive me. Is flanking only like direct?
Yes.
Okay.
So like Fashard would either have to be like right here, or you'd have to be right here.
Okay.
So yeah, Jeb's turn.
All right. Action economy, boys. Do I try to kill the little one or the big one?
Action economy trumps.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to pike the little one. Get him out of here.
Oh,
Ugh,
yeah.
Get him out of here.
You want to roll damage for fun?
That was awful. Whew.
Yeah. So the little one drops.
And then I'll move back to where the door was. And I'll
Great.
give a thumbs up to Bashard.
All right, Sprig.
I just have a kebab of goblins on the pike.
Mhm.
Okay. Shit. There's not any good places for me to hide. Screw it. I'm gonna just quickly just pop off a short bow shot with with the magical arrow. Oh, god damn it.
It's a cursed arrow. It's the second time. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
And
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like to bonus action through this door if I can.
Yep.
Is it a good idea?
Of course not.
So when the goblin boss grabs the arrow and stabs Bashard in the eye in it, like what happens after that?
And I'll end my turn right there.
All right. So yeah, that would make it the goblin's turn. You hear through this door. Does anybody speak giant?
Good lord.
Nope.
No.
You hear like the roaring of a bear, like coming from this this door right here. And so this one attacks Jeb.
No whammies. Missed.
Yes, it.
All right. So that makes it this goblin's turn. And they're going to attack Vishard.
All right.
Vishard, will you make a perception check for me?
Yep. I'm just checking a thing on Hunter's Mark too. But I'll
And you also got hit with a 22.
yeah, that's a hit. Perception 21.
When this door opened, you could have sworn you saw in this room like a 7-foot bear in like chainmail with an axe.
What
Did it
the
look like
hell?
he could get through the door?
But I mean, maybe it's just like your eyes playing a trick on you.
Oh, I have to make a concentration check
Oh, okay, yeah, because you took the 3 damage.
because I took damage. Yeah.
Roll higher than 10, please. Oh.
No, I'm blessed.
Yep,
Oh.
that's true.
Oh.
Roll. You got to roll. Oh, thank God.
I'm good.
Ah.
Bless
Alright.
coming in clutch.
All right, Jeb.
Hey, wait, you skipped my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna move the Hunter's Mark onto the bigger goblin
Okay.
and attack him.
Sounds good.
On a 21
21 definitely hits.
for
Nice.
10 plus 2, so 12 points of damage.
12 hurts. Like you stab him good, and like you as you pull the sword out, like blood sprays on the door, and he clenches the wound and like kind of like tries to back up, but like Jeb's behind him. He looks scared. And I think that's Jeb's turn.
Finish it, Jeb.
Yeah, I'll try here. So I'm gonna what was it? Yeah, I'm gonna great weapon master this guy. So take -5 to the roll to hit him since I have advantage.
Okay.
-5 to the roll, but +10 to the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Ugh.
I have been trying to sharpshooter all night, and I've not hit with it once.
Yeah, you drop the big goblin.
Ugh. Okay. Sure. I'll bonus action pike the little one. That way, I'll get my movement and I can move backwards a little bit.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that hits. That one had an arrow, a bow and arrow.
Oh, thank goodness.
Or did it? No, that one had a scimitar because it came in attack. So yeah, it's got a
So it's
shield.
miss.
So
Okay,
yeah, that's mitts.
that's fine. Okay, then I'll move 5, 10. I'll just move put the goblin between me and the door.
Okay. That makes it Sprig's turn. So
Between
Sprig,
me and the giant bear sound.
okay. So Sprig, you've found this small room, and it's filled with barrels and crates of all kind. It smells kind of like old food.
Do the barrels have any symbols on them that I recognize?
Yeah, a lot of the symbols are like the Winter Haven crest.
Mm.
Aha, so this is where all the food's going. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of make a mental note of that, and I'm gonna bonus action to hide, and then I'm gonna just peek, just slide the door open ever so slightly so I can see, and then I'm gonna short bow at the remaining goblin. Sorry.
Okay.
It has advantage, so that hits.
Me too.
That would be 16 points of damage.
Okay. 16 hits, and I mean 20 whatever hits, and yeah, that kills it. And for just a moment, there seems to be a lull in the dungeon. The thud of this goblin's body hitting the ground sends up this dust in the dungeon. You can hear scurrying feet coming from up this door, and the door begins to open. And do we want to call it a night?
I think we could keep the suspense up for our ultimate episode.
Yeah. So yeah, the door begins to open, and you see this furry clawed hand come across and pull its way out, and this big silhouette lights up ahead of you, and then we just cut to black. It says
Okay. When I said what's next to bugbear, I was kidding.
If only it was a bugbear.
It's not a bugbear?
It's an angry werebear wearing chainmail armor.
Ooh, a werebear?
Oh
I don't
no.
Could it just bite me and let me go?
Cool. So that was a bunch of good fun and laughs and
Oh yes.
spell slinging and sword slinging
And
That was
wolf
fun.
slinging.
Oh yeah, yeah. That.
There was we learned a lot about animals today.
I got more information anytime you need it. Also, at this point, I'm kind of convinced that the sailor that Sprig learned all of that sex information about was actually just a turtle that they thought was a sailor.
Mm.
It's probably just a turtle in a sailor hat.
I'm not convinced of that at all. I think there's some random guy in the docks.
That likes to spread random facts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey there, little fella. You want to learn something? He's like, okay. He's like, see them turtles?
See them turtles over there?
They ain't doing what you think they're doing.
Uh,
Maybe like a piggyback ride, but not.
Oh no!
Jesus.
I put a delightful little video link in the Zoom chat for everyone to enjoy later.
Oh, I looked at it.
No, thank you.
Couldn't click on it.
Look, people wanted to know what turtle orgasm sounded like, and I am a purveyor of intelligence.
Nobody wanted that.
Or sorry, knowledge is the one.
Why am I going to do this
We
to
can
myself?
do the black twice.
It's natural. It's natural.
And now it's in my head. Jesus.
Mm. It is natural, though. I mean,
It is.
It's part of life.
it's the circle of life.
You know what else is natural? That Mage Hand Press would want to sponsor this channel. Mage Hand Press for all your spacefaring Dungeons and Dragons needs. Now with their new product out, Taverns and Tankards. If you go over to the Mage Hand Press store, you can use the coupon code Wandering DM for 15% off your purchase.
Super cool.
Yep. And thank you, by the way, everyone for playing. Thanks, people in chat for hanging out. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for watching.
Definitely, yeah.
Thanks
You
for
hear that? Like
everything.
at the end of the episode, do loot boxes just fall from the sky and they're like, "Here's a," and I'm like, "No way!"
We'll see what happens.
And
with
then they
the
knock
loot
us over
box.
the head. Yeah. Tonight has given me an idea for a campaign to run. I might announce something Acquisition Inc. related
Ugh, that would be awesome.
soon. But let's go around the table. Outro yourselves. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet. We'll start with Sprig.
Hi, I'm Manny, aka Bag of Snails, and this is my Popo Nova. You can find me at Twitter at Bag of Snails, just with some underscores for spaces. And let's see, the Chroma Sorcerer, which I'm releasing as a charity thing for Pride Month, is coming out by the 26th, and on the 28th we're doing a charity stream to help out with some medical funding for my little guy here because he's got a liver disease and we need to find out what's going on. That's all I'm doing right now, other than writing subclasses that are available for playtesting.
So you're saying that your subclass isn't a subclass of Eldritch Knight?
No. I did not subclass a subclass. That would be funny if I did, though. It's just like it's like people keep saying they want prestige classes to come back, and I can't help but just want to like with what are you gonna do with the prestige class?
Well,
Wizards of the Coast brought you Eldritch Knight, but Bag of Snails has brought you similar Eldritch Knight.
no, but
Eldritch Knight, but it's pink.
for Star Wars, I did add the prestige classes. They would replace your ability score improvement at 8, 12, and 16th level.
Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
It's a way to have them in. So like you trade them for, it's basically like trading a feat for a feat that levels up.
Mm.
Hey, Jeb, where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Dragon. I don't post a whole lot, but these guys do, and you should follow all of them like 17 times. Like, make a bunch of not a bot counts and do that. I'm here Thursdays for this super fun game where you learn about turtles, unfortunately. And then Saturdays, Go West is happening, and that's super fun too. Definitely tune in for that. And then, you know, yeah, I have nothing else going on. You know what? Actually, I do have something else going on. If you guys are at the Miss Washington pageant next weekend, I'll be there carrying a bunch of dresses for the Thurston the Queen thing because I volunteer and do stuff like that. So yeah, you're there. I'm done.
Well, Steven, where can we find you?
Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. I'm Steven. You can find me on Twitter at wolfwizard_, where I talk about random RPG ideas and things that never come to fruition. And also usually play by post my Sunday D&D games where I get wrecked all the time. You can also, speaking about my Twitter, my pinned tweet has a link to my itch account, where you can look at some pretty cool games that I've designed. To the Deep Dark is a dungeon delver game about helping your friends and keeping your promises. And Adventures in the 100 Kingdoms is a game based on Philippine epic poetry, where you can go on adventures and become a hero in order to fight for those things that bond you to the physical world. So those are they're pretty okay. I would check them out. Also, I'm getting real close to doing one of those, like, hey, I've got so many followers on Twitter now, let me give some things away. And I'm thinking about giving away free print editions of my games along with some dice to play them with. So that will probably get posted in the next week or so on my Twitters. So follow me,
Awesome.
and then you'll see when that goes live.
Yeah, so if not Thragon 1 through 17, I instantly follow you.
All right, well, it's time for us to go. Let's just check out if we can raid someone tonight. We have Scraticus, who's online at the moment, so let's go and raid Scrat. And go spread the love over to their channel. And we will see you next week for the finale of Keep on the Shadowfell. Ciao, everyone.
See everybody.
We have to wait until the raid command kicks in, so we have to wait for like 8 seconds. This is us being silly. Ciao, everyone.